come off stage at Koko. How did you find it?
It was amazing. I wanted to play it for so many years, so to finally do it felt really good.
So when you say here, you mean London or Koko specifically?
Koko, yeah. I went here the first time that I went to London to Koko, and then I thought that I would wish to come here someday and play.
Because you've been spending a lot of time in the city filming, presumably last year.
Yeah, exactly. So I've been here a few times. Yeah.
Cool. So as well as Kill Your Friend, which you were filming, you've had a busy couple of years. You've been all over. You've been to South by Southwest.
Yeah.
In Austin. How did you find it? How was the show out there?
That was so cool. It was like one whole city. Like everything was part of the festival. So it was like shows in every house you walk by. It was amazing.
Because you played right in the financial district, so it must be quite unusual. Like you say, there's
exactly. And all kinds of people, like everywhere. So yeah, that was cool.
Oh, that's very cool. That's very cool. So I've asked you a little bit about the live gig, and we've spoken a little bit about the film.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you a question about the studio. So I've read a lot about how hard you work.
Yeah.
And how you're not quite a workaholic, but you like being in the studio a lot of the time and perfecting your sound. It's quite a clean sound a lot of the time. And I was wondering, apart from with Joel, are there any other producers you're keen to work with or to feature with?
I'd love to feature on different tracks, but when it comes to my own music, I'd love to just keep to Joel and I. So, yeah.
Absolutely, because there are those kind of artists. I remember it was a bit like Khalees 5 or 6 years ago. her name was almost Feet Khalees, which she was on everyone's tracks.
Yeah.
And I found that's quite a cool way to kind of
definitely
to spread yourself. So is that something that appeals?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and in that way you can do like something totally different from what you usually would do, and that's fun. Yeah.
So I've got a question. I'm afraid it's kind of an inevitable question about Sweden, which I know you have to face a lot. But you've spoken a bit recently about how there's a certain confidence in Swedish music because there's been so much success, especially in pop music and especially kind of synthetic, electronic pop music. And my question is, with so much confidence, is it strange that a lot of Swedish music, especially pop music, is still quite introspective, almost shy, since it's such a confident atmosphere? Yeah, that's kind of weird. But maybe that's something that appeals to people, that it's something a bit different. Is it inherently still Swedish? Commercial? Or? Yeah, I think so maybe. Yeah. We're pretty like low-key and think a lot. Absolutely. And speaking of which, so I know obviously as well as the music you're making, you play a lot of classical piano. Yeah. Do you still get time to play? What are you playing at the moment? I don't do that often, but sometimes, yeah. And I've been thinking of, because I have so much sheet music pieces that I really love, so I will bring them to my home and start rehearsing again. What's the dream? If you could pick a piano concerto you could master, which one would you pick? Not one specific piece actually, but I love everything with Debussy and Ravel. Those are my favorites. Yeah, that's wonderful. Ravel's concerto, that's a wonderful piece. Yeah, one of my favorites actually. Yeah. So a couple of your songs, especially due to the film, but otherwise have become kind of exceedingly popular, much more popular than some of your other tracks, particularly Indigo and A Million Years. They've both become very popular. So I wanted to ask whether there are tracks that you feel deserve, or tracks you wish were a bit more listened to of yours, tracks that you think deserve to be better listened to. That's a good question. I really love For Your Love. That's like one of my favorites. Yeah. I think that one. Okay. But in terms of the material you've released on EPs, when your new album does come next year, it'll all be fresh. It's not going to be. Is it all new tracks? Yeah, there might be one or two that you recognize, but that would hardly be a shame. That would hardly be a shame. Brilliant. I've only got one question. I think I probably know the answer, but presumably now, the idea of being a doctor is a bit of a thing of the past. You found your path, and being in medicine, you're not going to be doing that. Probably I will actually. Really? Yeah, really? But because I love it, and I'm really looking forward to complete my studies. But I will give the music the years that it deserves, and
yeah, when I'm ready to it, I will continue the studies and keep on doing music as well, but not now, at least.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, well, thank you very much. No, I love the show tonight, and
thank you.
yeah, best of luck with everything.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.